Hello and welcome to this week's edition of SportsDesk's Athlete of the Week. I'm Tom Murphy. Today we are joined from the women's diving team, Brittany Viola. Brittany, how are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
Doing good. Now, you were the 2008 national champion last year. This year you won 2 ACC events. How was last year different from this year?
Last year was a huge surprise. Freshman year, I struggled a little bit with getting my diving performance where I wanted it, but then again, I was acclimating with going to school, diving, friends, away from my family. So I really wanted to win NCAAs last year. That was my main concentration, and this year was the same, really, that same goal.
You were the first women's diver to win the national championship last year since 2000. There's a tradition at UM where when you win a national championship, you get your painting up on the pool. And then last year you win your national championship, and all of a sudden they take all the paintings down. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I was actually kind of sad about it, but we did get our painting done. Our profile is done. It's just on a different kind of plaque right now that they're going to put up again. So
when is that going to be released to the public?
That's a great question. It's all sitting in my coach's office right now.
You were announced to the USA diving roster for the 2009 FINA World Championships, which are going to be in Rome. You're going to join 6 Olympians there. I mean, what are you looking to get out of that experience?
It's really going to be a first time. It's kind of like winning NCAAs. I am going with a desire to win World Championships, which is like winning an Olympics. And I know that I have the potential to do it. I've never been to a World Championships for an individual. I've done synchronized diving at World Championships, and that was in Barcelona, which was amazing. But Rome is going to be quite an experience.
Are you excited to just be able to see Italy and the rest of Europe?
Well, whenever you go to these kind of competitions, you don't really get to see anything of the city. And so I'm actually hoping when the competition's over just to stay there for another week and actually see it, because I've heard wonderful things.
What's one thing that you're looking forward to seeing there?
I don't know.
Got to do a little research?
History, yeah.
You, obviously your season ended March 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Now you're training for those World Championships. What type of off-season do you have, or is there no off-season whatsoever?
There's really not an off-season. If I do get one, I stay away from the pool for like a week or so, which I actually got right after NCAAs, and then you just kind of got to get back into it. So just to use that time to get away, do some fun things. I like to play like beach volleyball, go salsa dancing, or really nerdy
Keep
things,
listening.
I guess.
What other things do you like to do?
Read. It's kind of not exciting.
Changing gears a little bit, you obviously get to hang out at the pool as much as anybody. Here at University of Miami, we love hanging out at the pool. It's one of the most social places to be. What's the craziest thing you've seen at the UM pool?
I don't know. I think just people diving on that 1 meter across from the pool. People try some things that they shouldn't be trying. they just like belly flops, back flops, side flops. It just looks painful.
You've never seen a belly flop from the highest platform?
We don't allow them to get up there for that reason, because we know that they would do that. But I actually got to see my teammate do that freshman year, Ruben Ross. He did this dive where he landed flat on his stomach, and he probably went an inch underneath the water, but basically floated. And I was just like, ow.
I'm sure he certainly woke up red the next day. Well, that wraps it up for this week's edition of Sports Desk Athlete of the Week. We want to thank Brittany Viola from the women's diving team. I'm going to check the statistician's book, but I think she's the first national champion to come on to the Athlete of the Week segment, so that does it. Now back to Joey and Tom in the studio.